Our group was assigned post-consumer brands as the topic for our final team project.
Post-consumer brands consist of 26 different cereals and have a mission statement of, "We are driven by one idea, to make better happen." As for the competitive aspect, product packaging is an important factor because every cereal is trying to look the most appealing and to keep and attract customers. Ready-to-eat cereal consists of cereal bars, snack bars, etc. To compete, many manufacturers are coming up with more RTEs to add to their product lines and compete with other companies. The growing market for cereal has begun to slow down, but not completely, which leaves room for growth within the cereal companies. Pricing is a big factor in competition because companies still need to make money but have a price that is appealing to consumers and will stand out to shoppers.
Economic opportunities for post-cereal include the rise in popularity of cereal in the Asia-Pacific region. The most dominant market in this region is China, as it has the largest population and the largest market of any East Asian country. The rise in popularity of breakfast cereal is especially pronounced in China, where hot cereals are driving the increase in demand. In part due to the rise of hot cereal in China, the global demand for breakfast cereal has risen by 4.1% from 2013 to 2019. The main economic threat for post-cereal is the decrease of demand for breakfast cereal in the United States. As more people are moving towards a grab-and-go breakfast in the United States, cereal is being left behind and demand has fallen for cereal in the United States in recent years. This represents a threat to post-cereal because one of the largest markets for cereal is now on the decline.
During our research, we came across multiple technological opportunities within the cereal industry. These opportunities include precision farming techniques that allow new farming technologies like GPS technology to expedite and make a more efficient farming process. Also, companies such as Anuva Plant Nutritions have created new tech fertilizers for grains used in cereals to reduce greenhouse emissions and help the environment. Another technological opportunity is removing gluten like wheat, barley, and rye from products by implementing new gluten-free products such as Cheerios from General Mills. Also, companies are developing new cereal flavors with eye-catching packaging catered to each flavor to appeal to the customers. These include various packaging styles such as cereal bars, individual cups, alongside the standard and family-sized boxes. It is important to mention that during our research, we did not come across any technological threats within the cereal industry.
For the cereal industry, the external factor of regulation must be considered. Regulatory agencies such as the Federal Trade Commission create both threats and opportunities for the cereal industry. A threat that the FTC has created involves regulations of price fixing and colluding tendencies. These regulations stop the cereal industry from price fixing to compete with their competition, causing them to potentially put one company at a disadvantage over another. Another regulatory threat comes from the Children's Food and Beverage Advertising and the Interagency Working Group on Food Marketed to Children, which stated that cereals must adhere to specific nutritional guidelines to reduce sugar content in all products. This regulation could potentially be a threat to cereal producers who use higher levels of sugar as their differentiation strategy. Some regulations pose opportunities for the cereal industry, including the need for corporations in the industry to learn to self-regulate. Two regulations needed to be taken on individually are the Smart Choice food labeling and character licensing regulations, which limit the use of celebrity or cartoon endorsements on unhealthy cereals. This causes cereal producers to be cautious of their ingredients in order to get that leg up and use celebrities or cartoons as the face of their brands. Regulations pose both threats and opportunities to the cereal industry.
There are opportunities and threats in the social environment for the cereal industry. A threat in the social environment is the increasing commodity costs of fruit and grain. The increasing commodity costs, along with competitive prices in the market decreasing, led to a slight drop in sales in the industry. These factors pressure manufacturers to inflate their prices to keep pace and satisfy higher-ups in the industry. Another threat in the industry is the drop in the supply of palm oil, one of the primary ingredients used in making breakfast cereals. With less palm oil available, this causes hindrances in the production process of some cereal companies that use palm oil. Some companies don't use palm oil in their production, but for the ones that do, they have to find new ways to innovate in their production process for cereal. One opportunity is catering to those who want to live a healthy lifestyle. It is becoming more of a social norm to eat healthier, so more cereal companies in the industry are producing healthy cereals. Healthy cereals are also very popular with older consumers. Many younger people often skip breakfast in the morning, so older consumers that buy cereal may be buying more healthy cereal. Another opportunity are non-GMO cereals. Some cereal manufacturers are making cereals that are not genetically modified, and some people prefer their cereal that way. An extra option can always increase sales in the industry. Another opportunity in the industry is precision farming. Precision agriculture is a farming management concept based on optimizing the return of inputs and preserving resources. This method helps producers to meet the needs of consumers while being more efficient.
The brands that our team was assigned are Post Alphabet, Pebbles, Grape Nuts, Great Grains, and Raisin Bran. Looking at all of our brands as a whole, the cereals all use a differentiated targeting and positioning strategy to make themselves stand out from each other and all other competing cereal brands. For the brand Alphabets to stand out, they chose their target market to be made up of the demographic segment of children aged 3 to 7 and their parents. With the inclusion of low sugar and high grain content, they reached the behavioral target segment of health-conscious families. They become a cereal that attracts both children and health-conscious families, therefore becoming an alternative to the other sugary cereals on the market. A similar targeting and positioning strategy is taken by Post Pebbles. They target the demographic segment of children aged 2 to 17 and seniors above 64 in westernized portions of the world. Their kosher and gluten-friendly ingredients appeal to a behavioral segment pertaining to people with dietary restrictions. The brand Post Grape Nuts appeals to the demographic and psychographic segments of active teens and adults aged 20 to 30 and middle-aged to elderly people who are looking for cereal promoting health benefits. The inclusion of low sugar and whole grains benefits both positioning segments in different ways. Post Great Grains are made of whole grains, which appeal to the behavioral segment of those looking for healthy breakfast alternatives. They are also located in the U.S., which pertains to the geographic segmentation variable. Post Raisin Bran appeals to two target markets. The first being the behavioral segment of people looking for healthy cereal alternatives, healthy enough for their own demographic as well as their children's. The second market is the demographic segment of elderly people who psychographically worry about their heart health. Raisin Bran's low levels of cholesterol, saturated fats, and sugar, along with their high levels of fiber and whole wheat, match both the target markets discussed.
Many branding elements are used to communicate to the customers. These include general information, for example, the Cocoa Pebbles products has the company name Post, the brand name Pebbles, the flavor cocoa, and other information such as nutritional facts, ingredients, and the weight of the product displayed. The images element used in branding helps the product to stand out from one another. For example, the Flintstones on the Pebbles attract children, while the strawberries and blueberries on Grape Nuts and the sun-made raisins on Raisin Bran attract individuals with a healthier lifestyle or the elderly. Other visual elements include cereal close-ups such as enlarged letters in alphabets and enlarged images of raisins, dates, pecans on great grains to provide a clear image of what's inside. The branding also includes labels or logos clearly displayed on the packages for individuals with dietary restrictions. For example, a simple logo of the letter U on Pebbles indicate a halal or kosher product for people with religious dietary restrictions, while the non-GMO label on Grape Nuts and the gluten-free logo for individuals who are allergic or refraining from these ingredients for various reasons are also displayed. We believe that the manufacturer of Post cereal has an overall strategy for each product, as each product has its own target market. However, overall, most Post uses a differentiating targeting strategy to make its product available across different channels. This includes age and lifestyles. Post also uses product-based positioning strategy to highlight the benefits of their products to their customers.
All Post Consumers brands follow the same general strategies with their cereals. Post Consumer brand uses the customer satisfaction objectives, which is when firms alter price levels to match customer expectations. Post Consumer brands of cereal are often cheaper than competitors' brands that have higher levels of market share. For example, Grape Nuts doesn't have the market share that a titan of the industry like Cheerios has, so they charge less per ounce to entice customers into considering their product. If you don't know a cereal, but you see that it's cheaper, you're more likely to consider it. That is matching prices with consumers' prior knowledge or expectations. Post Consumer brand follows the high-low or promo pricing strategy, which includes higher than everyday low prices, but offers numerous coupons and promotions in order to attract and retain customers. Cereal companies invest heavily in online product promotions and advertising. Advertising costs can run from up to 5% to 10% of net sales for major manufacturers. Customers redeem more coupons for cereal than any other grocery offering. The overall strategies apply company-wide. These strategies help Post brands to be more appealing and affordable to all customers, which fits in with the differentiated targeting strategy that Post uses. If your products are accessible and affordable to many people, it makes it easier to market to those different segments of people. The pricing objective and strategies are very similar, but that shows how focused Post is as a company and that they know how to maximize their profits.
One promotional strategy used by Post is discounts and coupons. As seen in the two pictures on the right are some examples. Sometimes stores will have a price reduction on Post cereals and/or special deals, including buy 3 boxes for only $6 or even buy one get one free. Post also uses advertising for their company on social media, TV ads, and even store magazines sent out in the mail to promote a possible discount or coupon on their cereal. The picture shown below is their Instagram page. Sometimes they use their packaging to promote other things and events. Seen in the picture on the top left, an example of Post promoting the WWE and giving chances to win something if they buy that box, which will help promote sales.
Post's channel of distribution is fairly straightforward. Throughout the production of cereal, raw materials such as wheat, oats, and grain must be processed into cereal and then packaged into cardboard boxes, transported, and finally sold to consumers. In order to accomplish this feat, Post uses a standard 3-legged supply chain with the occasional use of a standard 4-legged supply chain. Its raw materials are largely produced in Midwestern farms of the United States. The production of cereal is produced in plants across America, 2 of the largest being Post cereal plants in Battle Creek, Michigan, and Cedar Rapids, Iowa. From these plants, finished products are transported primarily by ground to wholesalers or retailers. Wholesalers organize these shipments and break bulk before selling the products to a retailer. However, in many cases, this link is skipped and a retailer breaks bulk much like a wholesaler would, while simultaneously selling to the final customer. Overall, Post supply chain and distribution is straightforward and runs from producer to retailer to consumer, with the occasional use of a wholesaler as an intermediary between the producer and the retailer, in which case the supply chain would run from producer to wholesaler to retailer to customer.
In conclusion, post-consumer brands produce various cereal brands that require similar yet unique marketing strategies in order to differentiate themselves from the competition.